Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. So we're in the last few verses of the 18th chapter. Bhagavan has completed his teaching. He summarized the points for Arjuna, gave us the attitude with which what we have to do, the attitude with which we have to work, and he also concluded it with a promise that if you performed your actions in this manner, you will reach the Supreme. Then he made it more personal, specifically to Arjuna. You might find that this task of fighting the war is very difficult and unpleasant, but how must we go about this challenging act, Swadharma, that lies in front of us? After everything, in verse number 63, Bhagavan says, so in 62, officially the teaching ends. And in 63, Bhagavan says, I have elaborately taught you that which is a secret and that which is a greater secret. What is the secret? It is the means to gain this knowledge. And what is a greater secret? This knowledge, this jnanam, is a greater secret. So I have elaborately explained this to you. Guhya, guhyataram, secret and more secret. Then he tells Arjuna, oh Arjuna, now think over what I have shared completely. Reflect on it fully. And what does reflect on it fully mean? It means that we should gain a clear comprehension. All the facets of the different components that Bhagavan has shared, everything should make total sense. Like we should get the message clearly without having broken links or not understanding how what Bhagavan shared here connects here. So basically reflect everything and have one cogent, comprehensive understanding of what is the purpose, what are we here for, what must we do and how must we do it and why we have to do it, and then what is the phala of doing it like this. So Bhagavan says, think it over properly and then do as you wish. Yatha ichhasi tatha kuru. And it should have ended there. But Bhagwan's infinite compassion, right? And Guruji, when Guruji shared this in a Mahasamadhi camp in Trinidad, Guruji taught chapter 18, he is saying, Bhagwan's mind is, and love is more softer and more tender than a parent's. So we say, do what you want. And then, oh, by the way, listen, I have something to tell you. That love, it pulls, it overwhelms. So out of overwhelming love, Bhagwan calls Arjuna back and says, Sarva Guhyataram. So, secret, secreter, secretest fact, I will tell you now, because you're super dear to me. Ishtosi me, Kridamiti. So I'll tell you, please listen.
Arjuna's heart should be melting by now. Our heart should be melting by now. That's how much Bhagavan cares for us and how he's sharing. So in 64, Bhagavan says, I will tell you one more time. I will try. I told you to reflect on it comprehensively. I'll try to put it in a simple manner, in a nutshell, and synthesize it for you just one more time. Listen and then make your decision. So that's where we are today. We'll listen to this most beautiful verse, which is verse number 65 and verse number 66. So Bhagavan summarizes in these two verses, and these two are called like Charama Shlokas. Out of that, 66 is like the manual for living, but 65 is for us. So we'll get into the verse with that background. Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Okay, so Bhagavan says here, Manmana bhava, madbhakta bhava. That bhava goes with he's given 4 instructions. Manmana bhava, madbhakta bhava, madhyaji bhava, mam namaskuru. That's all we need to do. And I promise you that you will reach me alone. This is my promise. And why am I promising this to you? Because you're most dear to me. Okay, what are the 4 simple things we have to do? The first one is Manmana Bhava. Our minds must be filled with Bhagavan. Every thought that arises must be about Bhagavan. What does that mean? How can I have thoughts arising for Bhagavan? We'll come back to it. Hold on to this thought. We'll go on to the next one. Mad Bhakta Bhava. Mad Bhakto Bhava. Be devoted to me. So the thoughts could be filled about Bhagavan. The object of every thought can be Bhagavan, but what is the bhava behind that thought? For example, we had Kamsa, we had Ravana. They also thought about Bhagavan all the time. But what was their bhava? Are Baba, not that kind of bhava. This is this devotion, this cherishing the Lord. So he's saying, be devoted to me, cherish me, have love for me. That is Mad Bhakto Bhava, be devoted to me. Madhyaji Bhava. Madhyaji, may I be the object of all your actions. Okay, so this all your actions and Manmana Bhava. We'll connect these two because thoughts give rise to actions. We'll start with let's say some thoughts are prompting some actions. So Bhagavan says, thoughts are prompting actions, fine. Go ahead and make the purpose of every act make me the goal. Worship me through every act that you do. Whatever you choose to do, whatever you're impelled to do by your swadharma, by your swabhava, whatever you're impelled to do, whatever you pick up to do, in all of that, use that to worship me. May they be for me. May the goal of action be me. This is very easy to understand. As a parent, also, we do this all the time. Everything is usually actions we pick up is usually for the baby, especially when they are infants or young children, dependent children. Everything we do is for the baby. It might seem like the act is to cook a delicious meal, but where is the altar of that action? Where is it offered? It's offered unto the baby. The health of the baby, the nutrition of the baby, the happiness of the baby. So that's how we act. And so Bhagavan says, every act you do you make it a worship of me. May I be the purpose of every act. Okay. When we thus act, in the mind, the thoughts, may the mind be filled with Lord as we go through these actions. That is one way to look at it. The second way to look at it is, may the mind be filled with me, and hence pick up actions that will lead you to me. Like, pick up any sadhana, pick up japa, pick up puja, pick up actions, seva, swadhyaya, pick up actions that will lead to me. So that's why it is madhyaji. Worship me, pick up actions that bring about a worship of me. So, manmana bhava, bhakta bhava, madhyaji bhava. And the last one, mam namaskuru, prostrate unto me. And prostrating is the most beautiful symbolism of surrendering the ego. So, yeah, we have done all the actions as a worship unto me, and we are thinking about him, and we love him, cherish him, are devoted to him. But there is the sense of, I am doing this. I love him. Let's resolve this I at his feet. Let he alone be. So that's the Mam Namaskuru. Surrender totally unto me. Become an instrument. Let my grace alone flow through you. So when these four things we do, he says, Mame Vaishyasi Satyam Te. You will reach me alone. This is Satyam. Okay. Pratijane Priyosime. Pratijane, this is my promise. This is my declaration. O Arjuna, O seeker, I promise that this way you will reach me and me alone. So Bhagwan has taken the opportunity to one more time bring the Karma Yoga, essence of Karma Yoga, what we must do and with what bhava we must do. He's brought that together for Arjuna. Specifically to say, in case you're thinking about not fighting this war, no, rethink it. Please follow Karma Yoga. That is the only path to evolve, to get there. Wanted to share something about Mad Bhakto Bhava. Being a devotee means we should get to a state where we think, generally, I feel, being devoted means I only am thinking of you, or I do all, my mind is filled with you, my actions are filled with you. Swamiji says in this verse so beautifully, it is not just that it is like that, it is hard to be not like that. That's how deep it needs to go. As in, it is hard to forget Bhagwan. It is hard to not think of him. It is hard to not worship him. That's the level of devotion that Bhagwan is talking about here. Some context around this is in the Bhagavatam. They say the one Gopika, when Uddhava goes back to Brindavan, he sees that all the gopis are like very sad and walking around. Bhagwan has left and they're all missing him terribly and they are moping and everybody is just lost in Bhagwan. One Gopika is meditating. Are, this man is so surprised. Wow, who is this Gopika? So he actually wakes her up from meditation. And he says, Arey, everybody is so lost in Krishna and everybody is so immersed in him, and you are so peacefully sitting and meditating. How is your mind able to meditate on Krishna? Are you meditating on Krishna? And the Gopikas, she says, no, I'm sitting down and trying to contemplate to remove him from my mind. I am not able to throw him out. So that is what I'm trying to do in meditation. So that's the level. That's that complete sense of oneness. So, with those thoughts, let us think about this. Let's reflect. Um, Generally, we ask a lot of questions. Why is this happening like this? Or how did this happen? Who did this? All these when, where, what, why, how seems frivolous at this point, right? Ultimately, there's only two things we need to worry about: what we have to do and with what bhava we have to do. Everything else rests in his hands. That is the magic and glory of this beautiful divine song and this verse. So, quickly checking. Yes, those were the thoughts I wanted to share on this verse. I'll read it one more time. Let's make sure we understand it and feel his promise. Manmana bhava, madbhakta bhava, madhyaji bhava, Mam namaskuru, offer your ego unto me. Mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. You're so dear to me. How many times Bhagavan has said, you're dear to me, you're dear to me, you're dear to me. Beautiful. I'm uh, feeling fulfilled in this verse. Hope we're all feeling it. Let us see. Uh, I didn't have a specific from I didn't have a specific application for this verse. Uh, Let us see if we are able to feel this verse at least for the day in everything that we choose to do. So, in everything that we choose to do, are we feeling manmana and madbhakta, or are we choosing to do things that make us feel manmana and madbhakta? Let's try. And of course, Mam Namaskuru. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.